Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. And now today's episode is all about why we should have a mentor. Now, I am going to just be completely transparent here and let you all know that a lot of what I'm going to talk about today is my memberships and what it is exactly that I offer and what it is that I do to help people. So if you are already currently a member, you may or may not find benefit in this episode, but actually, I would love to encourage you to hang in here, actually, because I think sometimes we lose sight of some of the original reason why we did sign up to have coaching or mentoring or into my programs or anyone else's programs for that matter. You know, when we first sign up to things, we have a real sense of excitement. Yes, I'm going to do this. This is going to help me. And then sometimes just things fall a bit flat on their face, and not because of the program or the coach, but because you haven't raised your game, you haven't stepped up, you haven't used it in the way that you initially hoped. So if you are currently a member, I think please still listen in. I think there'll be some great stuff here for you to hear. So those of you that don't know very much about my memberships, I have a tiered membership system. It's called Sparks. That's like the entry level, the cheapest membership. Then I have Ignite, which is kind of the middle membership. And then my top level membership is called Illuminate. So Sparks, Ignite, and Illuminate. So what is available when you join me in Sparks? Well, first of all, I'm not going to talk all about the prices because tactically, I'd love to drive you to the website to check out the investment. The website is dancebusinesslab.com. And you can go to work with me, and then you will see in there the three different levels of memberships. What I want to talk about is what you get in them and what they're for and how they can benefit you. And I would say, by the way, because it's an online coaching platform membership, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. So if you're listening in New Zealand or Australia, or if you're in the States or South Africa, wherever you are, it makes no difference. So yeah, this is kind of for everyone. So what is in a membership? Well, the first two memberships, Sparks and Ignite, are what we call group coaching programs. So this means that you get a little tiny bit of time with me when you first sign up, which is basically when we just do an orientation call. I show you where everything is. I show you the members area on the website. I talk you through the vault. I show you a little exercise to get you started. And that exercise actually is quite profound because what it does is it teaches you your strengths and weaknesses in your dance school and you as a boss running your school and what you need to do first. That's the important bit. It gives you a kind of a priority list, and then I point you in the right direction where to go and find the trainings to back up what it is that your school needs. So you basically, from the minute you sign up in the checkout, you can get started almost straight away. So what happens is you have this little orientation call with me. I send you on your way, and you have at least 3 months worth of purposeful learning and implementing to go off and do. And you do that via our vault. So our vault has got over 60 hours of recordings and trainings in there. So as you can imagine, there's pretty much something in there nowadays for every single thing that you might need in your business. You get instant access to that. So you can dive straight in and start listening to the trainings, making notes, taking action, implementing new things. It's very, very exciting. But as well as being able to access the vault, you then get to enjoy 2 live coaching calls with me per month. So we have one that we call the training and one that we call the Q&A. So every month I pick a different topic and we dive into that area. Now, what I say to people here is, if it happens to be one of the areas that your school actually needs work on now, then great. Come and turn up, listen to it, make notes, and you're away. But if it's an area that you don't need at the moment, for example, say it's just you in your school and I do something around team and leading your team, then obviously listen to it, show up, listen, make notes, but park it to one side because there's 59 or 60 other hours available to you of stuff that might be more beneficial. So you don't have to feel like you have to show up every single month. If the training that month isn't for you, I would suggest you go into the vault and you find something else. But the one that I would say turn up to every month is the Q&A session. So this is a session where we come together with all the other ladies in the membership and gents, I have to say, and we go into different areas of business. So I allow people to ask questions, bring up certain topics, and we dive in. I give my advice, we open it up for other people to give their advice, and we share some incredible kind of joint wisdom. And you won't believe the amount of notes and the things that you will learn. Everybody is very generous with their ideas and their knowledge and things that they have tried in the past. And actually, we don't just share like great successes, things that have gone well, things that are working. I also encourage, there's an element of our Q&A every month where I get everyone to share their well, how do I put it this word? The mess ups, like the things that haven't gone well. Like it might be around something they've tried in marketing and they're like, yeah, this was a bit of a flop. Or it might be the way that they approached an issue with a parent. Like I get people to be vulnerable. Like the space that I hold for people is a very honest one. It's very authentic. It's genuine. And I applaud and encourage people to just be themselves and to share, not just the good stuff, but the bad stuff, because that's actually where the most lessons are learned. We all know this, right? So when something bad happens in our life, when you come out of it at the other end, you can look back and go, actually, I learned a lot from that. Or actually, because that happened, it made me do this. And now things are better. Like through the wound comes the biggest growth. I love that saying. Through the wound comes the biggest growth. So I get everyone to share their wounds. We're open, we're vulnerable, we lay it out on the table and we learn from each other. And I think this is so very, very rare. And it's what I am most proud of, actually, in terms of what I've created. So we share our wins, we share our wisdoms, we dive into different areas, and everybody is able to find something that is going to really help them through the Q&A sessions. Now, the other thing that we have every month is a very special, quite spectacular coaching session with a lady called Shari Teigman. Now, Shari is a performance and mindset coach, and she is incredibly skilled and masterful at being able to unpick our brains and help us to realize what it is in our business or what it is in ourselves that our business needs from us. Maybe you should be doing something and you're procrastinating. Like she teaches us what procrastination is and why we do it and helps us to get ourselves unstuck. Maybe you have a little bit of imposter syndrome and you don't go for things that you really want to do because you just don't think you should. You're not good enough. You're not expert enough. She will teach you why that happens and how you stop yourself from, or how you go past that. Like everything mindset wise that could hold you back, she will come in and help us with. And her sessions are just genius. Like we all just sit there with our mouths open, like, this is just amazing. And you get this call every single month. So there's 2 calls with me, a call with Shari. I also allow you to meet up, just you guys, like it's not even with me. My lovely VA hosts and runs these network sessions where we have a topic. So it could be something like how to get more signups for summer camp, or how to upsell after a show. Like we have a topic and everyone just goes onto Zoom and shares their ideas. So that session is brilliant. So this is like amazing. So you've got the vault, you've got the 2 calls with me, you've got the call with Shari, you've got the networking session. You have this lovely place that we call the Hive, which is our Facebook group where everybody can post questions, ask for each other's advice. And I've collected some amazing experts that hover around in the background. Like, you don't know they're there, but they are there. I promise you they're there, because I know I am not an expert in everything that you need from me. Like, I'm not a social media strategist that stalks how to create amazing social media that changes on a daily basis. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a website designer. Like, we have got experts for everything you can possibly think of, so that if you have a question, I can tag the person and you get instant free access to the expert's advice, which I love. I love that I've got that for you. So I thought I would just share with you guys today the planners that I have produced for dance school owners, because these are flying out of Amazon like hotcakes. And if you don't have yours yet, then all you have to do is pop to Amazon and type into the search Deborah Laws, and all 3 books will come up. So the ultimate dance business planner I designed for you so that you had a little bit of a Deborah on your desktop. The planners are full of business training, tips, motivational quotes, things to do at the start of the month, things to do at the end of the month, ways in which you can plan out your marketing and your retention, and they are selling all over the world. So go to Amazon, grab your #1 best-selling Ultimate Dance Business Planner, and enjoy mapping out the growth for your studio. So this is everything that you get in Sparks. This is just the lowest level. This is literally just the entry level. And you can do as much or as little as you wish. You know, there's quite a lot on offer, but some people say, oh, Deborah, I just don't have any time. You don't have to have all the time in the world. Just have enough time to do a little bit of something, just to keep moving the needle, just to keep edging forwards. Even if you do one thing or you come on one of the calls, like, it's all about keeping your mojo going and having that support network there when you need it. So this is Sparks. And for Sparks, if you decide to sign up, it's a 3-month commitment. So you sign up for 3 months, and then it goes on to a monthly rolling basis after that. So you can decide to leave after 3 months if you wish. But Ignite, my middle program, is something where you get all of that, everything I've just spoken about, plus a few extras. So imagine those tables. You know, you have those tables when you look online at maybe like a piece of software that you're interested in. It says, this level, you get this, and the next level, you get this plus, and it ticks a few more boxes. Like, imagine this. I want you to have this in your head. So in Ignite, you have all the Sparks stuff. And then on top of that, you have another Q&A call that we call the mastermind call. And that's in a much smaller group. We kind of often have like around 10, maybe less than that, rather than, you know, all the members from Sparks, which means that I get to go to every single person and help your most pressing needs each month. So it's a much more intimate session, much more access to me. We also have a guest speaker every month, which again, you can pick and choose whether you want to show up for. Again, people that are far more expert in areas than I am. So we've had copywriters teaching us how to write beautiful copy for our website. We've had people teaching us how to do Facebook ads, because that's their expertise. We've got people that talk to you about HR and team contracts and memberships. We've got people that talk to you about money and financing and accounts, like all the stuff that is not my expertise. So you get access to all of the vault of those, and you get to be on the calls for those if you want to as well. And then lastly, the other thing that you get in Ignite is you get an hour. Actually, there's 2 things. You get an hour with me when you first sign up, where, you know, I talk to you about a little exercise where you can work out your strengths and weaknesses. So it sets you on a path at the beginning. Instead of me just showing you where that exercise is and then you go and do it, in Ignite, I do it with you. And then I can really give you some great advice and a bit more strategy around what to work on in your business. But you also get a whole day live with me in person with the other Ignite and Illuminate members. And this day is just beautiful. Like, we did our first one this year. We did it at the end of the Dance Business Conference. All my Ignite and Illuminate ladies stayed on for another day. And there were about 20 of us, a couple more maybe. And we spent a day masterminding and working together on our businesses. And it was just stunning. Really, really, really great day. So this is the Ignite program. And then, of course, there's the biggie, the top one, Illuminate. Now, this is a sizable investment. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to try and make out that it's not. It is a big chunk of money. So this is something that has to be a huge commitment on your behalf, because if you're going to be paying this amount out of your savings or from the school's funds or from wherever you're going to find it, it's got to be, you have got to be all in. So this is a year-long contract. This program is for a year, whereas Ignite and Sparks, as I explained, after 3 months, you can cancel. Illuminate is a year's commitment to you, to me, to yourself, and to your business. And as well as everything from Sparks and Ignite, you're going to get an hour and a half, so a 90-minute Kickstart strategic planning session with me, where we plan out, we look at your whole business inside and out. We decide on what it is you want to achieve in the next 12 months. And we create a plan, a 12-month plan that we then break down into quarters. So it's like 4 mini projects. We then organize and have a one-to-one 60-minute call every other month. So you get 6, obviously, in the year. And on these calls, I can teach you things that you may not know. I can point you in the direction of the trainings that are already available in the vault. I can hold you accountable for the things that we were going to complete that month. I create homework tasks for you. We call them action steps, so that you have 3 clear things to go away and achieve ready before we see you again. And I just basically walk and talk you through achieving the goals that you wanted to achieve that year. So what sort of goals might you want to achieve? Well, it might be that you have a number of students that you want to gain, or an income that you need to earn. It may be that you want to, and it could be all these things, by the way, it may be that you want to have better systems in place so that you can take more time off to be with your family. Maybe you have struggled with your dance school ruling your life for too many years, and it's got to stop. And maybe, this year is the last year where you're going to learn how to implement the right things in your business so that you can take time out, the time out that you want to have, the freedom that you want to have. And you invest in me helping you to achieve that over the next 12 months. Maybe you want to have another baby, and you need to learn how to get your school in a position so that you can do that in a few months' time. Or maybe you want to learn how to lead your team. Or maybe you have even bigger dreams and you want to create a new side business. A lot of my Illuminate ladies are actually creating new businesses on top of the dance school. So some are starting colleges, some are starting a teacher training program, some have started up a whole new business that's like a licensed business. Some have are becoming guest speakers and mental health experts. Others are developing core, like early years programs. This is an opportunity to work one-to-one with me on your dreams. It literally is. It literally is. And as well as everything I've just mentioned, in the Illuminate program, you get a day with me on your own right here with me in this office. And we flesh out a project and we work on things together. So it's an awesome, awesome investment. Because it's a sizable amount of money, you kind of do the work. Like I say, it's like you have more skin in the game because of the amount that you've invested. And that's why people that do my Illuminate program absolutely rock that 12 months. So that's it, basically, everyone, in a nutshell. And I just want to talk quickly before I finish, because I don't want this just to be a complete advert for the memberships, but I just want to talk about why. Like, I can imagine some of you saying, Deborah, that all sounds great, but why do I need this in my life? And again, this is not because I'm trying to sell the membership. It's because I'm trying to explain to you why I feel like a mentor is so important. There is always someone out there that knows more than you, that is further ahead than you, that can give you a leg up and get you where you want to be quicker and smarter. And it's basically as simple as that. Like my business coach, I have a business coach. My business coach has a business coach. And I dare say my business coach's business coach has a business coach. Maybe Lord Alan Sugar has a business coach, or Richard Branson. I'm sure they have people that advise. Well, they do. We know they have people that advise them, that give them the right advice, that help them to get to where they want to go. Somebody said to me once, or I asked somebody, it was a lovely lady who was highly, highly successful in business, turning over several million, and has bought and sold various companies, nothing to do with the dance industry. And I said to her once, I said, Sally, what is it that makes a really successful business person? Like, what is it? What advice would you give that is the best advice in business? And she said, Deborah, I find somebody in a room that knows more than me, and I hang out with them loads. And that was it. That was her best advice. And I thought, wow, do you know what? It really is as simple as that. If you're not quite going where you want to go, if your business is not giving you what you feel it should be giving you, like what you deserve for all your work and effort and time that you put into your business, if you're not getting out of it what you had always hoped you would, then something's not 100% right. It might be your mindset. It might be your pricing. It might be your strategy. It might be your lack of planning. It might be your team. It might be 1,000,001 things. But if you're not where you want to be and you can't quite work out why or how to fix it, that's when you have a mentor. That's when you bring in a coach. That's when you join a circle of people that have these same important questions that they're all working on. And I think, just to finish with, it's definitely not even about me and what I can give you. It's about surrounding yourself with like-minded, ambitious, empowered people that are all on their own mission and all have their own vision, like you, that are happy to help and support you. And in turn, of course, I expect you to help and support them as well. It's about that community that I have built for you, which is waiting for you right now. So I think, just to finish with, I know it sounds like one big advert, this podcast today, and I suppose it is, but hey, if we can't blow our own trumpet on our own podcast, then it's a bit silly, really. But if you are someone that's signed up and you had all these lovely intentions and you're just not doing it, I would say sit down, and before you hit that cancel subscription button because you think, oh, I'm not doing anything, it's a waste of time, I just will cancel, I ask yourself, what were the reasons you signed up in the first place? And have you really achieved everything you set out for? If the answer is no, why is that? Why have you taken your foot off the pedal? Why did you come into Sparks or Ignite and Illuminate with all this excitement and energy, and then you haven't been making it happen? Because that, my friends, is probably a mindset thing. You have told yourself you're too busy. You have told yourself you can't do this and you can't do that. The answer is simple. You actually can. You've just got to reevaluate and reprioritize your growth and your business's growth, and how Sparks or Ignite or Illuminate can help you. And if you're new to this and this is feeling exciting, or you feel like it's time to make change, then it's quite simple. Just pop to my website, send me an email, or click on having a discovery call with me, message me on Facebook, like whatever it is that you want to do. There are multiple ways you can get in touch with me. Get in touch. Let's have a chat, and let's get you started so that you can really create the school of your dreams. Much love, everybody. Speak to you soon. Are you looking to get precious time back in your life so you can make more time doing the things you love? DanceBiz is a class management and booking software from the lovely folk at ThinkSmart that will automate and streamline all your dance school admin. It's the perfect tool for all those tasks that just seem to take so long and will help you to work smarter, not harder. Message me today, folks, and I can give you a code so you can get 2 months free.